Welcome to episode 4 of No Pain, No Gain, our off-road dirt cheap car challenge. And as you recall, a few weeks ago, we bought 2 cars at the Peak Auto donated car auction. And now we're seeing which team got the best car. Andre and I have 9 points, and Tommy and Case have 6 points. And we're in Moab about to find out if we bought the better car or if Tommy and Case bought the better car. So let's get right to the action. All right, Andre, into hell's it is. Now, I got some good news and I got some bad news.
What?
What would you rather have, the good news or the bad news?
Give me the bad first.
Well, the bad news is the hardest part of Hell's Revenge is right at the beginning. So
Sounds okay.
Dropping in and then getting into that first part and then going over those giant fins is pretty scary. You want the good
I
news?
would rather do... What's the good news?
The good news is that there are a lot of obstacles that are very hard in Hell's Revenge. There's
That's the good
tub.
news?
There's the hot tub, there's the escalator, there's Hell's Gate. But from this point of view, from Onyx's point of view, the obstacles aren't worth any points.
Yeah,
So-
it's just the trail itself.
It's the trail, so we don't have to do the obstacles. There is one that is worth points, and that's the
staircase?
yeah, and you can go on the bypass, and that's worth 5 points. But the actual like hot tub or Hell's Gate, not worth anything, so we're not going to do it.
Okay, entryway mostly cleared, Roman.
This isn't the entry. This is the easy part.
Oh, why does he always give me the hardest driving here?
You can see how people have hugged the wall by looking at the tire marks on the side of the wall there. So he's doing it right.
Here's the thing, a lot of people bring their built-up Jeeps on 37s or 40s. We're doing this on 30s. Oh, it's so easy.
Driver.
So easy to point this vehicle in the right
All right,
place.
now put your driver's wheel on this. You don't want to be doing this thing. You want to have the wheel up here. There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah. Why are you standing in front of me? I'm smelling burnt something. That was a G80. So far so great, Rowan. I can see every little rock. I know. I just can see the terrain and it's very precise, like a scalpel.
That is 12 easy points. Team Rover.
Yeah, Perry! And it smells just a little like gas and overheating. But the good news is 12 points, right?
Yep.
So we got 5 more we can potentially get on Baby Lion's back. It should be an easy 5, and then speed run through 50 things. Let's do it. Baby Lion's back, difficulty moderate, technical rating 5 out of 10, distance 0.5 miles. That's what we're going for in this competition.
Yeah, because we did spend a lot of time on our first 6 points.
We did.
So
Well, 12 really.
we're gonna speed run some of these next hills.
This is a steep grade up the front of Baby Lion's back. We're in Onyx Off-Road, and a steep grade up the back of Baby Lion's back. And that is the most accurate description I could give it.
Yeah, now compared to some of what we've done, this is very cool, it's very pretty, but easy next to the staircase. You've even driven up this in a 1970s Subaru DL station wagon.
Darn straight. But
Which
look
you-
at Perry climb.
It was a little sketchy in that station wagon.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. But
The Range Rover though.
Perry's got no problem. That 4.6 V8 motor just rumbling us up.
Yeah, 200 horsepower might be too many because we're only using a quarter of that.
220.
220.
It's like a NASCAR.
They wish.
They wish.
You rolling?
You get more southern as the day gets hotter.
It's not by coincidence.
Ain't got no water.
As soon as you start hearing it gets hot enough, you start hearing the sound of cicadas. You start hearing like a little banjo.
In case the southern comes out, huh?
Yep.
What's the most southern word you know? How do you say sweet tea in South?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
The most southern sounding thing that I can think of, you could say, is all.
Oh, give me an example.
Like some engine oil.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Go a little board driver here. There's like a cliff. Some engine oil. That
Yeah.
is very south.
And I think all our engine oil's in the front. Brakes sound good.
That's how you know they're working. It's a safety feature.
The look on Mary's face,
It looks like she just smelled a fart.
unpleasant.
You're going through the mud, you're gonna get Perry's tires dirty. Oh, come on,
Look at that,
man.
we're doing mud in. Oh, beautiful.
What?
We're hitting all kinds of terrain.
Boom! Another trail done. Baby Lion's back, easy 5 points. So we're sitting at 17 points right now.
Now we're gonna start racking them up fast.
Now, well, we got an hour and 20 minutes. I'll show you
Yeah.
on my watch. It's currently 10:40. We got to be back by noon.
Other thing I'm gonna do is get us out of low range so we can drive over to fins and things. Tommy's gonna take the wheel.
Let's do it.
So there's two ways you can do this part.
Yeah.
You can go left
Yeah.
and then cut it right, but that gets a little sketchy because you can't get sideways. Or somebody put rocks way on the right there, because approach here is not doable, right? It's too much of an approach angle. But if you stay way right, you might be able to go by that fence and go up. You want to try that?
Do you think Tommy put those rocks there?
No, they were there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're big rocks.
Let me try the rocks
All right,
first.
try it. So stay as far near that bush as possible.
If I had a penny for every time I heard that, I would be a rich man.
And if you scratch it up, no big deal, RJ. Driver, okay. Now a little bit more driver. Yeah, one more driver, perfect. Now go for it. Now you should be able to make it.
Hold on, give me a moment. I'm trying to measure it.
You're set up perfectly.
Yeah! Little mountain goats. Woohoo!
It's amazing what you can do when you don't care about the vehicle. All right, I do care about it. Sorry, GM fans. I mean, it's amazing what you can do when you have a confidence-inspiring vehicle.
You have to be one with the machine. A little bit of sympathy. You don't want to be hopping too much, but I had to use a little bit of throttle to get the automatic Detroit locker or the G80 to kind of engage. Woo!
Hey, Andre, just thought of something.
What?
Going down these steep bends.
What?
We don't have an emergency brake.
Well, do we need one?
Well, no. If the brakes work, then we don't. If they stop working, then we don't have one because it's to the floor right now.
So just throw it in first gear if you're in trouble,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
and just try to use your transmission, whatever is left of it. Okay?
Well, the good news is Cole is flying a drone. So if we do go careening down the mountain, down the fin here, we'll have it on, a great video. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll play it at our funeral. You know.
All right, Case on our next trail. So we've got 17 points. I believe the first half of Fins and Things is 4.
Right.
And we do this a lot, and we know this trail well. So this should be a pretty quick 4.
This is one that we could do in our sleep. It's our favorite trail out here to test new vehicles on. It's one that we know Perry will have no problem doing. Toward the end of it, there's another pretty interesting obstacle though that we call the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna try that. Now, I don't really know if we need to do that for the 4 points, but it's a cool obstacle, so we're gonna do it anyways. And let's talk a little bit about Perry here and how it's doing. So, outside temp says it's 86. And the one thing we know is it's not 86, because that is way pessimistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's probably closer to 96 right now.
So whatever it's telling us is the one temperature that we can eliminate when we're trying to figure out what temperature it actually is.
And then when you look at the temp gauge on the Range Rover, I'm going to show you this really quick because this is kind of funny. So it looks like, even though it's, we're knocking on the door of 100 degrees, look, it's right in the middle. So when you see that temp gauge in the middle, you immediately assume, wow, this engine is perfectly cool. It's right in the middle of where it's supposed to be. However,
it's not strictly true because the way that these temp gauges are set up is when you first fire up the car, it hovers right at the low point of the gauge, and then all of a sudden at once, when it's up to temperature, it shoots up to the middle of the gauge, and there it stays. The only time that gauge will go into the red is if you're at a coolant temperature, maybe around 245, I think.
About 3,000 degrees Celsius if you're watching abroad.
It's something like that.
Roughly the face of the sun. So the gauge says you're fine until your engine has gone full Chernobyl. In which case it's well beyond saving. So it's not a super useful instrument.
No, if it goes into the red, there's a good chance your head gasket's cooked.
It would be better if it went up and down as the engine temperature went up and down. But Range Rover realized that stressed people out.
Yeah, so it's much better just not to know. Blissful ignorance.
Blissful ignorance, yeah. That's one of the funniest things about these. Now what you typically do is get a scan gauge, which you plug into the OBD, and then you know your engine temp to the exact number.
And you can watch it creep right up.
Yeah, and then you can stress out about it. We don't have that, which is a problem, so we're going with blissful ignorance.
Exactly. That being said, I have seen these Land Rovers get run very hot, have all kinds of rod knock, and still keep chugging along. So some of these Land Rovers will run poorly for longer than some other cars will run at all.
That's what we're going for. 140,000 miles just broken is what we're hoping.
Exactly.
All right, teammate, we made it to the end of Hell's Revenge.
Hell's Revenge.
But we only have an hour and a half.
Yes.
So if we can finish this trail in the next hour and a half, we'll stop at Hell's Gate, maybe catch some cars or Jeeps going up.
Okay.
Then if we can get back, we will have made, 6 points for this, 4 points for fins and things, and five points for Baby Lions back.
So 15.
If we can make it back in time.
Yes. But that's still a lot of distance, like 2 miles, maybe 3.
Yeah, at crawling speed. So let's hit the road, man. Ooh, Andre.
I can't see anything.
Oh my. Oh, this is steep. Steep.
That's okay. The place is amazing.
Trust your machine, Roman. Trust your machine.
Whoa.
It's crazy, right? I mean, it's all side by sides, and here we are.
Yeah.
In height.
Well, there's also built Jeeps.
Well, we just did that in high range, so.
I don't think we have high range, Roman.
You think we have high?
It doesn't exist.
Too high?
No, you didn't take it out of 4 low though.
No? I thought I took it out for low.
No.
All right. We gotta go check out Hell's Gate just to make sure that we've checked all the boxes so the boys know that we did make it all the way over here. And then scurry on back, dude. So this is Hell's Gate. We got a Jeep coming up. It's a V-notch and you put one wheel on the side of the wall. That part is pretty straightforward because you're kind of straddling it. But what's dangerous is when you get right here, sometimes I've seen people tie ropes to the front bumper because if you have a short wheelbase vehicle, you can go boop.
Yeah, which is way scary.
Yeah.
And we have a professional driver because that's a tour guide.
Let's watch him do it.
So, professional driver.
I don't think our G80 would have made it, Roman, because it's so violent, our G80.
Hey, I've seen people with World War II Jeeps do this, Andre, with flat fenders. That's where you roll backwards.
Not this guy. With that heavy-duty axle.
Oh! A little butt puncher, huh? Hey, don't roll it backwards.
I'll pull you up!
For Easter Jeep Safari, we used to go with Mick, Dan Mick.
Yeah.
He's an old kind of crusty tour guide that's been here forever. So, yeah, me and Nathan did Power Wagon.
Nice.
Don't care.
It's okay. Oh! Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh God. Okay, then now I wish I had more clearance. It's fine. Okay, now Roman is doing better. Look at that clearance, Roman. Ginormous. Yes. Oh no! Ah. Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
We have under an hour left,
Yes.
and we still have to get out of Hell's Revenge.
Yeah, which is still quite a trek.
Yeah, you know, obviously, I'm not showing you all the fun bounciness of this trail.
Right.
But I can tell you, Andre, that we have certainly broken in the bottom of the truck.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not brand new.
Well, the good news is, when we bought it, there was a lot of rust on it.
Yeah, but now it's clean.
It's perfectly clean. So if you're interested in buying this beautiful, smooth baby bottom right now, all the rust long
It's
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
It's also sandy, so it's been polished.
Yeah.
You know, so the frame looks really gorgeous right now. And dude, our coolant temp, rock solid. Oil pressure, rock solid. Battery voltage, rock solid. This is just incredible.
And we are running out of water.
Oh,
I'm surprised we haven't seen the Blazer anywhere.
I know. I wonder if it's just broken down somewhere, and that's why.
Half expecting it to see it from up here.
You think we'll see it in a puddle of oil further along this trail?
Like a little speck with steam coming out of it.
Exactly, a little beige lump on the horizon.
That car does look like a lump.
Now, one of the nice things about this trail is that we've done it so many times. You don't really need to get out and spot, because we know the lines pretty well.
And as they say as we roll over, this is called frame bender. It's probably one of the harder obstacles here. Taking the hardest line at it, too.
Although parts of one Tree Hill. Oh no, our seat folded down. Parts of One Tree Hill are pretty tough.
Yeah, and then we're gonna always see how badly we scrape our booty on this.
Yeah, the hitch is gonna make contact.
A problem Kim Kardashian is very familiar with. Oh,
Ooh, was that some bumper?
a little bit of everything, I think.
Oh yeah.
Departure angle on the P38 has proven to be its weak point.
Yeah, it's maybe not the high point, but you look, after so many good things that this vehicle has done today, there's gonna be one area where it's not perfect.
I know, otherwise it'd be too good.
It would be too good.
Knock on something, God. At least we have wood in here.
Yeah, a lot of wood. That's the big difference between the Range Rover and the Discovery of the time. It didn't like that.
Bonnet open. Do you think that when they were designing this Range Rover for the fox hunts in Solihull, they were intending it to be used in such a manner?
I think so. Just reefed across the rocks.
Dragged with no care.
Yeah, I would guess yes.
There's not a lot of quail that we're hunting out here today.
No, I'll tell you what though, the Range Rover really feels surprisingly at home, and especially this older P38 with solid axles. Come on, dig!
Come on, Perry!
Oh.
It's a little painful, but we did make it up One Tree Hill.
Yeah, the later terrain response systems in these Land Rovers are there's a lot less drama
Yes, and
doing that kind of thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if our brakes are getting a little hot.
Yeah.
The problem with these, so this car does have hill descent. I think this car has hill descent. Pretty sure. The big problem with the hill descent, these early, like Discovery 2s and P38s, is that you would boil your brake fluid. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to do that today. Passing some Jeeps by here.
And that one's a 392. That one's also got a V8.
As we like to say, though, nice Jeep.
Peasants.
Peasants.
But that 392, a V8, which is cool, but there's no way it makes 220 horsepower.
No way that thing's got 4 mighty speeds in the transmission.
Look, this is a 4.6, that's a 6.4. But still, this is a British engineering. And like a lot of Brits like to point out, Europeans are much better at making power-dense engines than Americans.
They do. All of our European viewers say Americans don't know how to make engines that have any kind of horsepower per liter. Obviously British 4.6, over 200 horsepower.
It's a big number.
Unbelievable power and heritage too, right, Case? Because this engine's pretty old.
Absolutely, it has its basis in an American engine, a Buick engine. So
From the 60s.
From
And
the 60s.
everybody knows that everything that happened in the 60s was better. So why not just keep building an engine from the 60s?
Exactly.
60s were a great time. You had a president, you had convertibles.
There were some not so great things too.
Oh shoot, those two were not good things together.
All right, so we're still towards the coming out of Hell's Revenge Trail, and we only have about 30 minutes left. So I really want to finish this.
Sure. You're about to go over. Yeah. Nice. Straight. Good work. You're about to hit on the back end.
The beautiful thing about a $900 vehicle is that I don't care about that scratch.
Okay, little driver now. Driver. More driver.
No, I'm going down here.
No, you don't want to go over this way. Let's move him now. Trust me.
No, not right. Why do I want to be on the sharp rock here?
This close to falling off that edge.
Oh, this is gonna be sorry, this is gonna be not easy. I think G80 will help me. The rear axle held up. Beautiful! Oh, mwah! I love this ZR2. Nice.
Perry, he's our man. If he can't do it,
No one can.
certainly not a Blazer.
This is what we call some extra credit. This is the wall. It's a crazy steep climb with some big boulders, and you can roll over. So hopefully we're not gonna do the ladder. Also, this is not really for points. It's just because I want to do it. No lockers. Who needs them? We got that British engineering. This Range Rover is just incredible. What the heck? There ain't nothing this thing can't do. Case!
Dude, we've taken so many super capable, brand new $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 off-roaders up that made it look extremely difficult to do, and Perry made it look easy.
So, update. That was the first part of Fins and Things done, so that's 4 more points.
Yeah.
So we're doing pretty good. Now we're gonna head back to the road, do a little strategizing. We have 45 more minutes, and I think we might be able to do one more thing if we can get off this fast enough. This is where we're at. So we've done the Fins and Things first half.
Yes.
Cool. We've done Baby Lion's Back, which is over here.
Yeah.
Right? We've done our Hell's Revenge bits and the Devil's Staircase. Now look, Fins and Things actually has a really long second half. We have 35 minutes. We're not gonna do that. There's also Porcupine Rim, which takes about 3 hours. We're not gonna do that. But look at this little guy. It's marked as its own trail. See the Fins and Things cutoff there.
I see that.
So if I go and click on it, so the Fins and Things cutoff is rated, I think, a 2 out of 10.
But according to the rules of the game, it is a trail.
It is a trail, and I think if we go
Up and down.
run the whole thing, that's a valid 2 points.
Let's do it.
Andre, what? We got about 9 minutes. 9 minutes?
9 minutes.
Well, I can almost see the exit.
Yeah, we're just in the nick of time getting out of here.
Yeah.
So we may have a few minutes left.
But I don't think we have time for another trail.
Oh, no.
Unless we could do Baby Lion's Back a couple more times.
Backwards and unwind our points.
Yeah. All we have to do
Let's go up and over this last bit and we're done.
is nurse this thing over the hill.
Yeah. It smells a little gassy.
I mean, it smells everything.
Not like a good gassy.
No.
But like a gassy.
Like there's a tiny fuel leak, or maybe an oil leak somewhere.
Or like maybe we punctured a gas tank, or
What? Please don't say that.
Well, I don't think it's drifting.
Well,
Or maybe it's running rich.
Maybe it's running something, but it's still staying cool, which is important.
I mean, this has been a trooper. I can't say enough about the ZR2
Well,
Blazer.
we just happened to pick the hottest day of the year, basically, 107 degrees.
Yeah, we did it. With no air
Fahrenheit.
conditioning. Yeah, I know.
And it's not just you and I are struggling, it's the vehicle too.
And I wore black, Andre. Of course I wore black.
Well, I think I know why you wore black.
It's slimming.
It's slimming, and also you don't see the sweat. When you're sweating, oh shit. Oh,
Are you signaling? People know we're not going to go off though. You good? You worried? You good? I don't know. I can't see squat here.
of course I'm worried.
This is the
final
last bit here.
Final countdown.
Oh,
Oh.
skidding. Skidding.
We have brake. We're okay. In the nick of time.
And as we touch here, it's Team Blazer with 15 big points.
All right.
And 2 minutes to spare.
I think we've won.
I think we won too.
Yes.
Now, guys, I do feel a little clever about what we're doing here because Fins and Things is a one-way, which means usually to get to the bypass, you'd have to go all the way around and then get here, right?
Right.
However, the bypass is a two-way. So you can do the 0.6 mile leg of just the bypass from the road, which is marked as a separate trail worth 2 points.
Which we wouldn't normally do because it's not the most interesting stretch of trail, not the most challenging, not the most scenic, but we are hoping to win this competition.
Yeah! We're in a predicament. So, here's where we're at. We did Hell's Revenge 6,
Yep.
The Devil's Staircase 12.
Right.
First half, our Baby Lion's Back was 5,
Yep.
so 17. First half of Fins and Things was 21. That was 23, we just did the bypass. Problem is that sign is one way. So we're now entering the whole Fins and Things trail, and we only have 25 minutes left, which we're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, pretty much everything left that we haven't already done are pretty long trails that take a lot of time. So I think we've done really well with the amount of obstacles that we hit.
We do have to get that pile back to the trailhead, so we're not fully done. There's still 0.6 of a mile.
You owe Perry an apology.
I'm sorry, Perry.
After what this vehicle has done today, it's demonstrated some genuinely impressive off-road capability.
It is an incredible machine, yeah. Genuinely shocked with how this thing did.
We did some pretty challenging obstacles today, more than we even do in our other and arguably much more capable off-roaders, because we're not that concerned about this Range Rover. Even so, there were still some slightly difficult challenges.
Look at that! And we got the time,
Oh,
11:45 p.m. 15 minutes! We could go
AM?
do Hell's Revenge again. Yeah, that'd be bad. 11:45 a.m., not p.m.
yeah. We're back in plenty of time, which means we should get extra points, right?
Extra points, baby. Do we think they're gonna be back in 15 minutes?
The question is, are they even still running?
Woohoo!
Wow, it's here. Did you have to tow it back?
So happy to see them.
No, we didn't tow it. Something smells like gas. I think that's ours. But before we do the tallying of the points, what happened over here?
What do you mean?
Nothing.
What happened over there?
It was like that already.
It was not like that.
Yeah, it was.
We didn't crunch that on nothing.
We didn't touch the underside once. I don't think.
All right, let's do the tallying of the points.
So I'm going to ask you the trail, and you say whether or not you did it or not.
And the points.
Okay, so first half of Fins and Things, I believe,
Done.
4-pointer, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Four
But
pointer.
did you do the wall?
Yes, did you?
No.
Okay.
We went around.
We tried to do the wall.
We
Well,
tried
We
3 times.
Yeah.
We did the wall first try, but I'll give you the points.
Right. The wall was just something we wanted to do
Same.
because
Sure,
we were here.
more or less, but we'll give you that. So you're at 4.
Right.
Did you do Baby Lion's Back?
We did.
Yes.
Okay, so you're at 9.
9.
9.
Did you do Hell's Revenge to Hell's Gate and back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're both at 15.
Yes.
Did you do anything else?
Well, maybe. It depends what you did.
So we did
Yeah.
Devil's Staircase.
What?
Yeah.
Devil's Staircase, 21 points. And
Wait, 20. Is it really?
It's 6
6
points.
points, yeah.
21. And we did the Pins and Things bypass, which was 2 points. So 23 points, we win!
We also
Pretty good.
did Baby Lion's Back 3 times, which means that's 15 additional points.
Nope, that's not part of the rules. Case had the balls enough to do Devil's Staircase, so that's 23 points.
Yeah.
Boom!
Andre, Chevy ZR2, we let it down, but it didn't let us down.
It didn't let us down. So
Yeah.
I think physically and psychologically and let's say mechanically we're winners.
No. We won everything. Perry was a beast, and it did the wall,
Yeah.
which you
Oh
didn't do.
wait. Perry is 4 times the money of this.
It's
so
That's
which
right.
means
Yeah.
$3,500.
4
which
times.
means-
which means we
which
get 4x
means
points.
4 times the points.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Cut the camera. The Range Rover won.
Yeah,
Go Team Rover.
This was the backup car per Roman's rules. We didn't come up with it.
And if you guys are interested in buying, we're not selling the Range Rover, but we're selling the ZR2
And the Subaru.
And the Subaru, just click on the link below, and this mighty beast can be yours.
And a big thank you to Peak Auto Auctions and Onyx Off-Road for sponsoring this video.
All right, we are at the auction, and if you want this beautiful 2000 Blazer ZR2, just look for the TFL car sticker, and you know that that has been driven and tested. I'm gonna go with tested. Gently driven and gently tested by TFL. And good luck, hope you can get it, and email us info@TFLtruck if you do get it, and we'll make you YouTube famous. This low mileage, gently driven Subaru can be yours
For not a lot of money.
for not a lot. And don't look at this, that's just a little bit of surface damage.
Yeah.
That'll buff right out. Seriously, guys.
It's perfect.
If you want one of these cars, that one is a parts car, then head on over to
Click the
auction.
link.
Click
Click
the
the
link and get yourself one of our used, gently used.
Also a movie star car.
That's right, yeah.
Not we're stars, but the car itself is a star.
All the proceeds from selling the 2 dirt cheap off-roaders are going to a local charity called Girls on the Run, which helps young ladies both mentally, emotionally, and physically. So if you want to buy the cars and feel good about it, this is your chance.